Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Factorio. We are just about ready, I think, to start our green science production. I don't know, I'm pretty sure, anyway. We are just going to expand our power a little bit. We're currently good, but we're probably going to run short relatively soon. And this is going to finish our little starter power area over here. Another pair of boilers and a quad of steam engines. You need just a little bit of power here, and then you need to be connected up to the electrical grid. Oops, apparently that is not quite connected. That one is. Everyone is happy. We've just doubled our production output, so that's going to be fine. All the coal is flowing well, including that spot, which apparently I had forgot to rebuild at some point, but we'd never run out of coal over here. I think because there was a backlog of everything else. So overall, the production rates are going swell. I've got a bunch of assembling machines built, just making some extra green circuits, because you always need a few of those. We are not... Oh, we don't actually have enough plates over here to continue our automated transport belt production, which is one of the reasons I'm going to have to throw some more of that in relatively soon here. But at least we've got plenty of gears to keep that flowing. You know what? Keep this going for now, anyway. We'll do that, and I will put a limit on the number of gears over here. It is nice to pick up a ton of gears, but we'll do that for now so we can get a little bit of that. Well, I mean, we're going to need transport belt production for the green science regardless. Oh, I also started to do a little bit of paving here while I was waiting for some stuff to get constructed. We're going to need some transport belts for the green science to go, but I think we're going to want to make a dedicated transport belt area that has nothing to do with the green science. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and extend this a bunch out to over here, something like that. And I think, well, I don't know, I guess probably the belt production, the belt and inserter production automation is the most important thing right now. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to set both of those up over here, and maybe I'll just run them to the other side or something, or create green beakers and then send them on. Like, we'll figure something out. I mean, I'm never going to belt the green beakers or the transport belts or the inserters. Like, I'm not going to bust them. I'm not going to put them on the main bus over here. So we'll have to come up with some sort of idea as to what we want to do there. I'm going to go and preemptively make a couple extra lights, because why not? I can also, just in case, I'm going to build a submachine gun over here. So we've got that set up. So let's give ourselves a little bit more space than last time. That's going to be fine. And so let's get started. First, let's get started with the belt production. So all we need for that are iron plates and gears. Yes, no, yes, yes, that is correct. So it actually would be easiest, I suppose, to do it on the left in some way. Let's leave a little gap over here. We'll produce our belt stuff over here. Now, we are going to need some green circuits for the splitters and whatnot. Do you need them for the undergrounds as well? No, just the splitters need an electronic circuit. And it would be nice if we had, I guess the ideal thing, tell you what, even though this doesn't help us as much in the short term, what if we get the electronic circuit set up first so that we can get those on the bus, and then we can use that to produce all of our yellow belt stuff for now. I mean, we're going to have to change everything up when we switch to red, but for now that's going to be okay. I mean, here's an interesting question. Now, I know we need some yellow for the red stuff. How far are we from, say, Logistics 2? We need 200 green science packs, so pretty far, I'm going to say. So, you know what? We're going to set up a baseline green circuit production right over here, just north of the stone. It's unlikely we're going to, like, need to mine the stone, but let's go ahead and just encase it a little bit. So, clear up this area. I'll do everything with blues for the extra speed. That's going to be fine. We'll leave a little bit of a space this time. And we'll do the setup that I've done before, which is effectively this 5-sum over here. And then we'll repeat it a second time. Like that. And we'll probably have a twin setup, actually, for this. Have I actually left enough space? Because what I'll probably end up doing is busing it over here, right? Yeah, that's probably fine. Something like that. So we're going to feed that way, and then over here, we're going to do that. And so what I do with these is this is going to be the wire, because you need a 3:2 ratio for the copper wire, and then the electric circuit there. And I seem to recall you need the fast inserters to do this. Because, yeah, these are all half-second things, so you want everything built with fast inserters if you can, which does take a lot more material. But I think, you know, you don't necessarily... You could set up with the yellows first, but we've got enough to get it going. So we may as well set up with the blues to start off with. So we're going to do that. And I guess the only question is one side of copper plates going to be enough for all this? That I don't know. We might have to do something with reds or something. We'll see how that goes. Okay, like that. And yeah, you're going to be creating this thing over here in some way. Yeah, that I'm not 100% sure about. We shall see. So this would be easiest. Just doing that, that's fine. So what we would like to do then is bring... Ooh, that's slightly inconvenient with that electric pole, so I'll just bring it up here. And the iron plates that way. Well, I guess I can just build it actually out of splitters. Like that. Or, you know, I could also do it right. That's another option. There we go. Do. And across. And over. Excellent. And we're going to need more splitters. Like that. And then we're going to need some power, which we already run from over here, so it should be relatively easy to get there. If I recall correctly, even with the mediums, I think you end up having to put one in between each one of these. And on the other side, which I think with the mediums you don't need to worry about getting an extra set for the other side here. But for us we do, so we end up doing something kind of like this, which looks a little derpy, but it's fine. We're going to run you to here, and then the other side. Okay. So get you going. Boom, 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 boom. And I think it might be fine. I suppose later on this is going to be upgraded to a red, and that'll definitely be okay. There might be some gaps in the copper with just the yellow thing, but it's going to be okay. And in fact, we're mostly going to end up with a green circuit backlog for a while. So I'm not quite as worried about things not working out maybe the way that we imagine it. So that's fine. Just keep researching everything that's just red, please. There. And that's not a balancer, but it's going to do the job for the short term. Okay, and we'll set up another line on the other side. I'm wondering if I should just set up the other side right now, and I think that's probably a fine idea. Oops. We're going to have a wicked overkill of green circuits to start off with, but we'll find ourselves using it a lot faster than we might expect, and so that's going to be a-okay. So, boom, 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 boom. Like that. We need many more blue things, blue inserters. Why am I handcrafting green circuits? That's okay. How are we doing? Oh, we need a bunch more iron in general. Okay. Let me take... Ooh. We also need a ton more transport belts. I mean, I could have set up the transport belt setup first, but I really wanted to plan for this stuff. So I think I still will set up the transport belt over here. I want to make sure it's north of where the green circuits come in. We'll probably build another row or two of these over here. So let's assume we achieve full sort of green circuit saturation somewhere around here. So this is where we're going to build our transport belt assembly chain. So you're going to need gears, clearly. Now, none of the others need gears, which is good. They just need transport belts to feed in. I don't know if 4 is going to be enough, but we're going to start with that. And we're going to have some things like this. And a little closer, we're going to set up... I don't think we're going to need a ton of gears, but let's plan for something like 4 of them. I'm just going to offset them like this so that they're saturating that, and you're going to do this. Probably we'll end up taking some of these away because I don't think we need that much gear production, but we'll find out in a minute. So yeah, we need tons more material here. Tons more material to get everything that we need. I think we overbuilt the blues. Get some yellers. So you're going to dump, and then from here you're going to take. I like this structure. So happy when I saw this on someone. I don't remember where I saw this. But I'm like, oh, this is just... It's nice to build. It's a very satisfying little pattern. You know, there's ways that are more compact and maybe use fewer inserters. But I don't know why this appeals to me so much. It's the very satisfying pattern. I think one of the big things is it's very easy to expand it. I think that's one of the things that very strongly appeals to me. So we're going to go there because you're going to have something that goes like this, and you're going to have another one that goes like this, and then you're going to go in, boop, and boop. And it doesn't matter which side is which, although it will be potentially easiest if this is the copper side. Like that. And we'll bend. And then here, we're going to go from there to there. And... here, we're going to need another splitter after. But that'll run for now. And then we just need power in all these things. So again, we're going to need one in every one of these little cubbies. Which has some overlap, but is okay. Alright. Done and done. So yeah, these things are going to sit idle for a lot right now, but that's alright. So we'll get some more transport belts. For now, we are going to extend out one of the greens over here because we're going to need that, and that's going to be okay. So you are going to go up to here, and like that, and like that. Okay, just get a few more things going. And again, you need 2 iron plates every half second. So yeah, you do need the blues in here. And again, I expect that this is way too much. But that's okay. We need to get power up here. There we go, something like that. And then we need you to... Yellow, does it tell me the swing rate of this thing? It's got a timer, that's the build timer. I can't remember if this swings every second or not. I know I'm like ruining my own pattern over here. Yeah, I think it's once a second. So we actually would prefer the blues. And yeah, we're gonna end up too many gears over here. We can scale back on this in a second. Well, we might decide to scale up on our yellow production, I'm not sure. So on the other side of this, like that, we need just on one side though, so we kind of need to do one of those, and then that way we just end up with iron plates on the bottom. Now you have a production time of 2 every half second, so again we're gonna need some more blues in here. You know what, I'm gonna go back to this just because who needs consistency. So you're gonna dump this here. Now, what we might want to do, like, I can throw this stuff on a belt, or I still have seconds, so we still need the blue things. We can throw this stuff on the belt, or what we could do is we could feed this directly into another production thing. But I think this is going to be just fine like this. What we might... I'm trying to decide if I want to use both sides, because I could have some of this loop around or something like that. I don't know, this is going to be okay for now. So get that going that way. And we'll probably do the thing where we have some sort of buffer box. This is going to be a lot of these. I just don't know if it's going to be enough. I guess we'll just find out. So on the other side over here, we need both. Well, this one just needs plates, but this one you need plates and the electronic circuits. So we're going to need some red connectors to make the splitters, but that's okay. Do I just want to load some plates on the bottom part here? I think I'm going to do that for now. I don't know how scalable that necessarily is, but that's what I'm going to do for now. So you're going to go up this way and put a splitter in there. Because then what I can do is have these guys work on underground belts that way. Let's do that. Into a box. And a few more blues. Pick up the one that fell. Feed you in here. Power everything up. And that's going to be probably more than enough. Now I suspect... I can't remember what the red formula is, if you use the yellows and then upgrade them or whatever, but anyway, you're going. We're going to go ahead and bring in some copper plates over here for the other thing. You can keep granting that. That might be the last of just the red research, so that's going to be fine. We are going to want another chest over here. That just grabs the yellow converter or conveyors and puts it in there. Oops, I am doing... I thought... Oh yeah, it places on the far side, but it grabs from the near side. We actually might want to filter one, because if it runs out, it'll do the wrong thing. So I'll just grab a filter inserter, or I could do the trick with the transport belt. Maybe I'll do that. There we go, that's probably fine. So get you there, do this, and do that. So you can use the transport belt as a way to like filter things. It's a bit unconventional, but it certainly works. And we'll let you fill up to that much over there. Alright, that's going to be fine. So a bit of a waiting list over here, but that's totally okay. And again, at some point this will all become reds, and that's going to be fine. So yeah, some splitter production would also be handy-dandy just to have in this area. Also, what would be nice is some light up in here. Excellent, thank you. So yeah, the splitters will need copper. It needs all these things. So we can just run the copper on the other side, because we'll probably do something like this with the box in the middle, and then that over there. And you guys are going to do that. Boom, boom, boom. And you're going to... I mean, there's no way we produce splitters fast enough that we really need the blues everywhere, and that's just using more electricity than we need to. But oh well. It's fine. That. And like that. There we go. And, oh, we can limit this to something like that. So I think we're going to be pulling out of that later. But for now, this is going to be a nice little stockpiling of very, very important components for us, so we can make a pass up here from time to time and get that going. We'll also be able to route the conveyor belts here into a green science assembly station, and then send it to our actual science kits over here. So the next thing we're going to want is the inserters, and we may as well build the inserters on the same side. First of all, there's no trees there, and second of all, that will again make it easy to route out to our science area. So the inserters need 3 components. They need electronic circuits, iron plates, iron gear wheels. So we'll do something, the same sort of setup as we've got down here. And again, we've got an overkill on that, although if we expand this later on, it might be fine. And the worst case scenario is that we use a little bit of extra power, but that's not a big deal right now. Who cares? It's only the environment. Doesn't matter. Oh. Big rock. Takes a while to carve through. I mean, I suppose I could go underneath it, but that seems silly. I'm not going to let nature get in my way. That's the whole theme of Factorio. Sort of. So we are going to extend this out a little bit, so we've got some space for something later on. Maybe out to here. That seems probably enough. We will grab you, go out here. We're going to need some more assemblers, so let's do that. But for now, we're going to go with 1, 2 gear assemblers. There we go, which is probably all we need, but I guess I'll just do this for now, and then we'll see afterwards. So you're going to go this way. You're going to be putting on the far side. So on the near side, we are going to want more of this, like that. There we go. And we're going to need some rebalancers from some of these plates from time to time. So you're going to do that, and then we're going to have to wait for some of these assemblers to get done. We also need more power. There you go. I think I queued up a ridiculous amount. But that's okay. Now, while that's going, I could go and just do something else. Which I suppose wouldn't hurt. Well, first of all, I can, say, pick up a bunch of this stuff. You are not producing anything. Because you don't need copper. You need green circuits. Come on. So you're going to do that. You don't need that. Or that, or that, or that. What you need is this. And we need to remove all this stuff from this. There's probably some underground. Maybe, maybe not. Nope, there we go. The green stuff is coming now. All right, good. And we'll pick up a ton of those transport belts. Yeah, this production line is going crazy good. Okay, power. Let's bring that to the north. And then swing that over this way and that way. All right. Oh, we still need the green circuits up here too, which means we're going to need to do some deforestation. Man, I have gone and researched the grenade stuff, right? Yes, I have. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get our grenade production set up for cool stuff, because we need to clear some trees. Trees are the enemy. Let's get them out of our way. Looks like we actually are starting to consume our copper, iron plates, so we're going to want to do something about that soon-ish. What we're going to do over here is I'm just going to grab another coal tread. I'll leave a little bit more space here. And if I recall correctly, the production time on these things is not super fast, which is one of the reasons it's nice to automate your grenade production. Did I get my chest? No, I think I canceled it. There it is. Grenade. There and there. Like that. What's the timer on it? Yeah, 8 seconds. That is slow. So getting to them is going to be very nice. But we can do everything with yellows. Hang on. There we go. There. And probably that many grenades is going to be sufficient. I know. It's like, how can you say there's such a thing as sufficient grenades? Wow, you need... Hold on. You do need a crap ton of coal. So, you know what? There you go. We need the coal to load in there faster. Jeez, you need a lot of coal for the grenades. Did they change this? I don't know. I have a little bit of coal on me. I don't want that. Well, you know what? I think this is going to be a fine time to put in a cut. What we're going to do is wait for a little bit of grenade production to occur so we can go and clear a little bit of forest so that we can run our green circuits up to where we're doing the inserters. Map is still clear of critters, which is great. That is a hell of a coal field over there. 2.2 million units. 1.2 million units of copper ore, although some of the overlap might be a little bit annoying. And, oh, we are officially out of things that you can do without green science. So we'll be definitely getting that set up soon, but we're basically on cusp doing that. And yeah, we have to go and increase our iron production. And the actual ore's okay. So, I mean, when we double this up, we're going to have to add more mining anyway, and there's not really much mining to add up over here, so I suspect we're going to run... When we double this up, I suspect we'll run into iron ore shortage, but it'll still help our overall iron plate throughput, so I think overall it will be a win. But, I mean, in any case, we're fine right now, and especially as some of the bins and stuff full up, then we'll get a backlog of the plates, but we'll get that going. But for now, we will need more grenades, because we're going to have to clear some of this forest over here, too, if we want to go and expand our iron plate production. Blow up all the things. Good times. Thanks for watching. See you next time.